What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today we'll be taking a look over here at the Bitcoin price chart, the Ripple XRP price chart, and of course the total altcoin market cap. We've had some interesting news going on here in the cryptocurrency market, especially for XRP, Ripple, the SEC. We'll take a peek over at that. Of course, we're all still in high anticipation of just something happening in the market. And it gets a little tough when we're all just like, come on, do something, man. Yesterday we're talking about breakouts, waiting for something good to happen this week. And Bitcoin is still hovering right there at $40,000. I am optimistic about this. I've been looking at it from the inverse perspective as well. And essentially, sometimes I'll flip charts upside down just to kind of flip all the indicators, flip all the tools, all the everything to say, hey, is my biasness influencing my opinion? Then I'll take a peek at it. And essentially, when we look at Bitcoin from an upside down perspective, we could just see reduced strength gradually going down. We see the MACD curling over. We see the breakdown of trend right in here. And I really do think at least our next stop, our next place of major resistance is going to come in there right at about the 702 Fibonacci retracement level of somewhere around $51,000. It seems to be a logical place to at least find the next level of resistance. Of course, we're all just patiently waiting for something to happen. Again, come on, do something. But it reinforces my belief that, hey, when we look at it upside down, right, what do you say to yourself? Do you say that this is a bullish chart, or do you say that this is a bearish chart? And we'll put it on a different time frame right in here. What do you think is going to happen here, right? We can see climatic rise that happened over here. We can see consolidation and just nothing's happening except reduced strength, right? And since we're looking at this from the upside down perspective, well, what does that mean when we look at it from standard perspective? It looks like we're most likely going to rise, right? Again, that's still just waiting, right? But I'm still optimistic about what we see. Nothing has changed with my opinions over here in the cryptocurrency land, still holding that level. I've showed that on Bitcoin in the previous bull run. I've shown it on Ethereum. I've shown it on the Dow Jones, how we have these normal big pullbacks into the bull flag of the double tap back test that happens here in these markets. So nothing really changes outside of everything is exactly the same. It's just boring. And I'm really just waiting for that big moment to come here in the altcoin market where we really see a big pop up to the upside. And I do think we're just moments away from that happening. And obviously, at this point, the entire market is moving in tandem. Every altcoin and then Bitcoin as well, everything's moving at exact same period right now, right? I think it's waiting for bullish reactivation happening here in the market. It's waiting for the go ahead for something to happen because we don't have any altcoins breaking down. We don't have any altcoins breaking to the upside. Everything kind of doing just exactly the same thing, including the XRP price chart over here, which I'm still looking for a break to the upside to happen right there along with the rest of the market. But obviously, XRP has had some of its own issues going on, right? It's got the SEC stuff going on with it. Historically, XRP has always been a top 3 cryptocurrency in the cryptocurrency market, currently sitting at number 7. But historically, as I've been in cryptocurrency since early 2017, XRP always being in the top 3. Some of that being influenced, of course, by Tether has gotten a lot larger at this point. Binance Coin, whatever they're up to, and then Cardano, and of course Doge. But as we're looking for a price pop to happen over here on XRP, yesterday it got hit with some not so pleasant news. James K. Fitland posted this over here on Twitter yesterday, breaking the SEC's request to extend discovery deadline is granted. So essentially, the SEC has been granted 60 more days for discovery, pushing it all the way back into August. And for expert discovery is extended until October 15th. Jeremy Hogan chimed in on this and says the judge grants SEC's motion for 60 more days to conduct discovery. Not unexpected, but this will push the entire case back 60 days. That would mean, quick calculations, summary judgment sometime in December or January. Absent a settlement, this case is going to end in early 2022. And well, if you're just hearing that for the first time, you're probably sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, can't believe that. Well, you know what? A lot of people heard the same thing yesterday on Twitter, and we're seeing a lot of people completely disappointed. There were some hopes that maybe we would see something wrap up in early June or before June. Well, here we are, June, middle of June, and we haven't had anything happen. So, based on what we've heard, if it doesn't get wrapped up by the beginning of June, then we can expect maybe until late August or mid-August, whatever, sometime in August. And well, not only that, not only is it not happening in August, but it looks like it's not even going to be happening until 2022. Boom, devastating blow. But of course, that is presuming that this thing's going to go all the way to the end, right? That it's going to go all the way to trial. It's going to do all that stuff. Or are we watching still everybody pull out every trick up their sleeve that they possibly have? So when it comes time for settlement, this is what I've got. This is what you've got. I want the best I can get. Yeah, but I want the best I can get. And, it's all just a game of tug of war. Hard to know, right? Which is why I think these guys are the best resources there are out there to be able to get a better opinion on that. For me, it's just going to be speculation based on absolutely no knowledge, and I have no expert education on any of it. Nothing. I have no idea about courts and how they work. So Jeremy Hogan's been a phenomenal resource to kind of explain this stuff in layman's terms. But that definitely has impacted the sentiment of the XRP community. Seeing it over there on Twitter, see lots of people saying, "That's it, I'm done. I can't wait. I'll come back whenever the time is right. I can't wait an additional 60 days. I don't have that kind of time." And well, to each their own, right? I can't tell you what to do, whether that's right, whether that's wrong. It's up to you to make your own decisions. But some news coming out while prices suppress that, rattles retail traders to make them want to let go of it because they can't take it anymore. Well, that seems to be about the norm around here, doesn't it? We always talked about a narrative change that would happen in here. Well, there you go. There's your total narrative change. Extreme euphoria and excitement. Prices pull back down to the support level. And what is the narrative now? The narrative is now at the support level that the XRP or the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit is not only not going to wrap up this summer at the beginning of June or in August, but it's not even potentially going to get wrapped up until January. So there you go. A complete narrative shift has occurred at this point with these prices right down here. If we got that news way back over here, you think the reaction would be the same? I doubt it. But get it after a prolonged time period of stagging out prices and suppressed prices. Well, you know what? They're beaten down, can't take it anymore. And I understand that. It's normal. Typically, when we hold on to our assets, we're always kind of hoping in the back of our mind that, you know what, maybe tomorrow, maybe that's the day where things just kind of go crazy. And then you're given this type of news that's saying, hey, you know what? It doesn't even look like there's anything optimistic to look at about this case wrapping itself up for at least 6 to 7 months, maybe 8, maybe 9 months, maybe 10. Not exactly exciting, right? And of course, it happens way down here. Come on, man. We literally talked about this, that there would be a narrative change when we got back down there. That is one heck of a narrative change. This is that kind of stuff that I talk about where it's like either there is this big, giant, grand conspiracy of people who are working together to make all this stuff happen, or we're living in a simulation with the fact that we talked about a narrative change occurring once we got back down to that support level. And then you get it right there. Either there is a huge organization of people who are able to do this on their own without anybody being able to, whistle blow on it, or it's like we're living in a simulation. It is the weirdest thing, which is why I focus way more on the charts than I do on whatever the story is that's occurring whenever the story is happening, because it seems to be so ridiculously repetitive that stories and narratives in either good news or bad news show up precisely when they're supposed to. That narratives change right when they're supposed to. For those who have taken my course on bcbacker.com, for those who have watched my videos and how much we have talked about using the rally prior to capitulation of Bitcoin being a measurable extension target for the entire market of cryptocurrency to reach out to precisely that level and pinpoint nail it. And then momentarily after that occurs, Elon Musk turns bearish on Bitcoin, negative on everything, and the entire market falls apart on itself. You have to say to yourself, either that was timed completely perfectly, that people were intentionally drawn in when they were drawn in, and then those tweets all started happening exactly when they started happening because they knew it was time to do it, or it was just the way the world somehow unfolded on itself, mathematically, simulationally, I don't know. And if I was somebody newly watching this channel saying, okay, yeah, we're using that thing, whatever, to make that reach out, yeah, you're just kind of full of baloney. But the fact is, I've made videos on this many, many months ago. My course talks about this, which was recorded in late August, early September of last year, talking about this. And then the total crypto market cap and pinpoint nails it. And then the whole market turns bearish. The whole market turns scary because Elon Musk suddenly comes out and starts tweeting negatively. How does that happen? I wish I had the answer because I don't know. It's scary in both ways. Both ways of it are scary. Otherwise, you just have to chalk it up to it was just random chance that it happened. But the thing is, when you're using charts and you're using technicals, it doesn't really leave too much room for randomness to happen. If it pinpoints, nails a technical thing, and then suddenly some big world event happens, you have to say to yourself, there's only two options. Either that it was timed to happen when it was supposed to happen based on the charts, or we're in a simulation. And now I'm sounding crazy because I'm getting passionate about it and I need to calm down. Take a deep breath. But you can look at it from an alternative perspective of that we were looking for a narrative to change occur down there. And typically, when negative news occurs after prices have fallen, that is usually the sign of a bottom coming in. That is the final shakeout of the retail investors who can't handle it. Those types of things don't happen at tops, those types of things happen at bottoms. And that is the optimistic way to look at it. So, as we continue heading into this week, continuing to wait for the big moment to happen over here in the altcoin market where we get a real clear breakout to the upside, I will remain optimistic that it's still just around the corner. I still am thinking we're going to be having something really exciting happening this week where we really see the entire altcoin market take a pop to the upside. And I also expect that to happen for the XRP price chart as well, regardless of what the narrative is and where it's showing up when it's showing up. But otherwise, Bitcoin consolidating, waiting for a big break. And all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope that you are all doing well. For a lot of people, you probably already heard about that XRP and that Ripple SEC news already. But for a lot of people, maybe you're hearing it for the very first time. For me, it's not impactful for me. I still stay focused on the charts and where things are happening. And well, if this was something we hadn't talked about prior to, it would be a little bit more stressful maybe. I'll still remain optimistic that we're going to have an exciting week this week. And I do not believe that XRP will be left behind in any of the fun. But all right, I hope that you're doing well. If you're looking for something to do, of course, you guys could check out my website, bcbacker.com. This is my course where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs and the different altcoin market cycles, showing it all on the chart, showing how everything has worked in the past for the cryptocurrency market, tying it all together to show those alt seasons. I talk about my personal exit plans. I teach how to set up your own charts and your own indicators within TradingView and CoinTrader Pro, talking about mathematics and percentages and a lot of different educational content in here. I do include updates. My most recent one was there on May 31st down here on the market update. And you could check all of this out over here on bcbacker.com. You could follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.